I'm from Washington D.C.
Oh, okay, my bad. Shit, Washington D.C. Okay, where? Okay, Washington.
Yeah,
So, how's the that basketball community is actually
yeah,
really competitive, man.
yeah.
I
DMV
don't
area,
understand.
we got a lot of great basketball players coming through here. It's crazy. The competitions here is really crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine. How is it growing up in that basketball environment?
Like I said, it's ultra competitive. I mean,
Yeah.
just out of my high school alone, we have a multitude of NBA players, just athletes throughout the whole area.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, a lot of guys we have in EuroLeague, Euro Cup. Um, it's just a very competitive place. Like growing up here, like even guys like who are ranked in the state, like those are the same guys who ranked in the country. Like you got guys ranked 20th in the state, and they're what 90th in the country. We got I know in
Okay.
my class alone, I think we had what 4 or 5 guys in the top 100 from my area. So it's kind of crazy just growing up here, and it's a real basketball environment for sure.
Yeah, no, that's dope. So how you went to how do I pronounce this college?
The
What
math
is
high
it?
I went to math high school, then I went to McNeese State University.
Okay, exactly. I saw that you finished in McNeese, or is it
Yeah.
just the sources that are off? I don't know.
No, I finished that. So I started at Duquesne University. I actually
Yeah,
played
Duquesne,
football.
yes.
Yeah, I played football and basketball at Duquesne. I was originally a football player, like American football player. And then
Okay.
I transitioned in college to basketball. Like I played both. Then I transferred to Albany, continued my basketball career there, and then I finished at McNeese State.
So when did you was it when you transitioned to Albany when you where you decided like okay now it's gonna be basketball?
I mean, it's a long story, but yeah, essentially, so when I originally committed to Duquesne, I
Yeah.
wanted to play 2 sports. So
Yeah.
I think I had 2 other offers from other schools that allowed me to play 2 different sports, which was
Okay.
Robert Morris and Hawaii, and I ended up choosing Duquesne. I had a bunch of football offers, but
Yeah.
I was my one true love has always been basketball. So like I knew I wanted to play, so I was like, if that was my opportunity to play both, like that's what I wanted to do. Um,
Okay.
so I played my first 2 years playing both at Duquesne. Then I transitioned to just football my last 2 years. And then once COVID hit,
Yeah.
yeah, a bunch of stuff happened basically with
Exactly.
football. Yeah, a bunch of stuff happened with football we don't gotta get into. But
Yeah.
I ended up making the decision to continue my basketball eligibility at Albany. So I transferred to Albany, and I stayed there for a year. And then my coach got fired. So I was going to stay there, but my coach ended up getting fired. So then I got another offer from McNeese State University from a guy who's a local. He's a local of the DMV area. He's actually the head
Okay.
coach at Nick State now. So he's a good friend of mine. But he offered me a scholarship, and I ended up going to McNeese State, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. So here's this the wave that I'm still trying to understand. This new thing now, people are just everybody just
Yeah.
transferring to whatever the best situation because back in the days, not that far ago, but like 10 years ago, I think you
Mm-hmm.
have to redshirt 1 year if you want to
Mm-hmm.
transfer, right? When
Right.
did that rule? Do you know when that rule actually changed?
M-
Because
my senior year. So when COVID happened, like literally my senior year was the first year like
oh,
that transition started to happen. So I think
okay,
it originally became like a rule. The first rule before COVID, the first rule was like
yeah,
if you only play a certain amount of games, you can redshirt and transfer without sitting out or something like that. But then it became like the transfer portal. Then you don't have to
yeah,
redshirt all because that COVID year was just so funky,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
I got like the end of it really. So it was really crazy, and just to see where it is now, like now you see guys every spring in the transfer portal, like
yeah,
guys going 3, 4 different schools, NIL deals. Like it's crazy.
yeah, yeah. Now there's money involved.
Yeah, now it's just all money involved. Like I'm a little upset. I'm like I look at my mom like, dang, if you had me like a little bit later, like
Yeah, yeah, it'd be a different future for everybody.
yeah, it would have been crazy for
No,
sure.
yeah, exactly. Now, but it's a dope thing that at least guys will stay in college,
Yeah.
so you don't feel like you're rushed to.
Hmm.
I mean, some people might have the situation where they have to go pro earlier just for
Right. Yeah, and that's
convenience,
the
all
big
that.
thing. That's definitely a big thing. Like just now, a lot of guys stay in school rather than like say if you are a guy who, you're on the bubble of the NBA in Europe or whatever the case may be. It's like, okay, I can stay in school for an extra year because I might be
Right.
making more money in school than I will my first year in Europe. Because that first year in
That's
Europe, like
yeah,
it's hit like
yeah,
unless you were fresh out the draft or whatever, like you might make, if you're and this is if you go to the Euro Cup, you might make 100K. But I'm
you
making
might.
a million. Yeah, you might. But I'm making $1 million in
Neil
college.
Mills.
You might not. You
Yeah,
might not touch $1 million until your fifth or sixth year in Europe. So like
yeah, yeah.
it's a big, it's a
But
big
you know,
discrepancy.
I know a lot of guys that come over here and they started. They got started with $3,000.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You making three,
and
4K a month. Like you're like,
exactly.
man, do I really want to do that, or do I want to stay in school and get this $1 million NIL deal? Like it's, you know.
And the salary might be late and all that.
Oh,
So
yeah, don't even get started on that. Yeah.
so let's so let me just ask. Okay, so but it's a little. It's a story. I mean, we don't have to dive deep, but still, you decided to stick with basketball,
Hmm.
and things went. You had a good year in Albany. I saw at least you averaged 10, almost 10 and 5. So I mean, that's
Yeah.
something. He's playing for small forward too. So
Hmm.
that's really dope. And then McNee's year was basically a great year
Yeah.
from an individual standpoint. But did you already know when you were in McNeese that you think that you're gonna proceed overseas, or were you still like because you still play D1, right? Did you think about going maybe to the D League, right, or G League, right? My bad. So
Yeah. G.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the G League, or yeah, trying to find a way to the league, or
Well,
yeah,
I mean, luckily, like my brother, my older brother, he plays in Europe right now. He plays
okay,
for Valencia. He's in EuroLeague. Um,
ah,
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. So luckily, I had him, and he kind of could mentor me on the right route to go. So a lot of
Yeah,
guys, you look when you're coming out of college, like of course the NBA is your dream. Like you want to be home playing, and
yeah, of course.
that's where everybody wants in the world wants to be in the NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
But at the same time, you also got to be realistic with yourself. So I'm realistic. Like I'm undersized, 3, 4 guy. I might get a workout, but who's to say if I make the team or not? Who knows? And then going into G League, like that's such a difficult path to go.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
want to go to the
exactly.
NBA, like I'll just put it to you like that. And
For sure.
he's like, basically, bro, you can have a great overseas career. You can be, you can make all the money that you want. You can be a star on your team. Like the way you get treated in Europe, you treated like a superstar when you're on the team. Like you want that. And then also I get to travel the world. So in my head, I'm like, all right, do I want to pursue this dream or like do I want to pursue my brother's like what my brother's doing, like the
Vision.
success that he's having, and you got people naming food after him. Like he has a restaurant, like a restaurant named food after him in Europe. Like it's crazy. Like I'm like I want that type of life. So I
Yeah,
kind of moved to that European side.
I mean, okay, but that's a great advantage to have at the end of the day. I mean, it's a luxury. Shout out to your brother, man,
Yeah, yeah,
for actually having first of all somebody that play basketball in your family and somebody that play basketball on the highest level right now.
right,
So,
right,
so he definitely at least his advice is gonna lead you, at least in the right path.
for sure.
And okay, that's really dope. So, but you went to Slovakia, right? First year.
Yep, first year.
Exactly. That's what I saw. I don't remember the team's name. Something with P.
Uh, Previsa, BC
Yeah,
Previsa. They're
okay,
actually
previous.
yeah, they're in a FIBA Euro Cup now. Actually, they're doing pretty well.
Okay, so how was your first? Let me say exactly your first expression for just coming to. You could
Yeah.
probably been in Europe before because of your brother, but how?
Actually, no, because I never got to visit them. I was always busy, so like that was my first experience of Europe was going to Slovakia, and I'll say it was a big culture shock, especially because Previsa isn't like the biggest city. Like I think Bratislava is the
Yeah,
capital
yeah,
city.
yeah.
So like going there, like that would have been a little bit more like
Oh,
a better introduction. But
yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah, for sure.
Previsa, it was a little like I loved like the team. I love the city. They were great. They were great, but it's a smaller city, not too much to do. And like I said, it's a culture shock. Like my city, like where I'm from, there's a plethora. Like it's a lot of African Americans here. Like
Yeah, you in
going,
DC,
yeah,
it's
going to Europe and like I'm the only one who
different.
looks like me. Like and then like the
Yeah,
language barrier because like not a lot of people spoke English and Slovakia is not like a huge tourist attraction, so it's not like a lot of people speak English. So it
that's
was
one of
definitely
the
difficult.
countries I don't know really. That's kind
Right,
of interesting.
right. But it's actually a great league now. They got a lot of great teams. It's a great
Yeah,
league. I really enjoy the team. I enjoy the city. Like the city really embraced me. So that's something I appreciated, and I had a pretty solid year there, so it was good.
I mean exactly. I mean you went to a small city. That's a huge culture shock. At least when you go.
Yeah,
I mean, coming from Washington, at least
right,
capital of the states, shit, going to Europe. At least if you ended up in basically a bigger city, at least you would get
right.
that feeling. But now they basically got you in a small city. But small cities, when it comes to the basketball part, is
It's
almost
it's
always an advantage.
it's a huge event because like because you gotta think like the whole city is coming to the
Yeah,
game. So like literally
exactly.
like that's a huge basketball city, and our gym was I think it held about 4 or 5 thousand. It was packed every game. Even when and we weren't. I don't think we were very good that year, but our fans were there every single game. I remember my mom flew out there. They did this whole thing for my mom after the game. Like it was crazy. I really enjoyed it.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Okay, like
yeah,
that. See, that's why I was a little confused. When I watched your highlights, I was like, "Yo, what kind of league is this?" Because
right.
one clip it wasn't that many people in the crowd, and then all of a sudden another clip is like
Yeah,
fully crowded. I was like,
yeah.
"Okay,
It's so like the discrepancy is crazy because one
yeah,
gym you might fit 200 or 300 people. Then the next gym you could fit 5,000. Like
yeah,
it
it
varies,
be like
but
that."
those how those teams go because I think some teams are FIBA Euro Cup. Other
Yeah,
teams they're playing two different leagues, and you got the regular domestic league teams who don't have as much money. So it's
exactly.
low. It varies.
Okay, okay. So, yeah, how did y'all make the playoffs that year, or how's the system?
Yeah, we made the playoffs that year. We lost in the first round. I want to say, I think we won one game that year. I'm trying to remember. I think we lost game three. So we lost game. Oh no, we lost game four because it's best out of five. So we lost game four. So we lost 3-1.
So how? But okay, But how was your? I mean, now we just kind of went through the season real quick. But how was it for you adapting to the game? Because at the end of the day, it's a college is, but the shot clock is 35 seconds, bro, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a different speed, a different
Yeah,
coaching is different. Is a program in
for
college.
sure.
But now you go over there and basically you have a bigger role,
Mm-hmm.
one of the main focal points, and but you gotta adjust to the game and rules and all that.
Bro,
How's that transition? Because
oh man,
yeah,
it was probably one of the tough. I think I traveled every game my rookie year. Like the travel call,
yeah,
like the way
exactly,
you move your pivot for like it was so many different rules
exactly,
that I did, and then just the shot making, like the shot making is such a higher clip when you move up into professional, and then of course the shot clock, but just like you are almost expected to make every open shot.
yeah,
You're like playing faster, but at the same time, it's just a different game. Like you're playing faster but slower at the same time. Like especially in Eastern Europe, like they like that. They like throw in post every game. Like my coach was Serbian, so
oh yeah, you
throw
got
in post every game.
you.
We want to play through the post. We want to make sure we get it to the guard. The point guard has to run the offense. Like when you come from college, you come from American basketball. Like especially
Yeah,
nowadays, it's almost positionless. Like
yeah,
everybody
yeah,
can coach
yeah,
ball,
sure,
everybody can do everything. Like when you get to Europe, like you're in your set positions. Like
yeah,
you're
exactly,
my two guard. Like I'm expecting you to come off, pin down, shoot. My three man doing the same thing. I expect
yeah,
my four to be able to shoot, play inside out. My five, you sit in that dunker spot. Like
exactly, yeah,
the way
exactly. It's
basketball is
position
played.
still
Yeah,
set over here.
yeah. So it was a crazy transition for me. Like the rules, the goaltending rules. Like I'm seeing guys hit the ball out the rail. I'm yelling at the referee like, "Nah, you can do that." I'm like,
Yeah,
man, it's a huge adjustment. But I really do love the European game. Like
yeah,
uh, I love the IQ that you have to have. I love like just the pace of the game itself. Like I think it's very undervalued. Like when people want to watch real basketball, I feel like you should watch like if you want to watch a great basketball game, like you have to watch a EuroLeague game, a European game. Like I think that's great basketball.
Yeah, that's a great way to break it down. To be honest, for me, I mean, I'm a huge NBA fan. Listen, I mean, we all are. So I'll be, of course, I watch games. I mean, I go to national games, all that, or international games. But then all of a sudden now, when I started this platform real quick, I started to dig in a little bit, and I started watching EuroLeague. I was like, yo, hold on. This is basketball. All of a
Right.
sudden, I got that feeling too, like you just described. That if you really want to watch basketball, that's the game. Those are the games that you're supposed to watch.
For sure.
And I mean, they're still sticking to the basketball rules, yeah, basically what made this sport what it is today. And but exactly, but for me, at least, I grew up with it. But you coming from the new college basketball era and just gotta adjust on the fly, bro. Like you gotta just on the fly. And, this is your contract. This is your job right now. So
Right.
it's not like you get and you don't get a second chance if you go put it that way. So it's that's why I'm doing this platform or this podcast too, because of how we guys like you, for example, you just get thrown out in the fire and you haven't even had experience with it before.
Right.
Even it's not like you have. I don't know if you got a league over there. I know y'all got some small leagues, but a league over there that plays straight on overseas rule. Like it's not like that.
Not at all.
So you just gotta learn.
And it's very different too, especially like with the expectations of Americans. Like when you come over there, like especially when you're starting out in like your lower leagues, like your expectation is like, especially if you want to move up, like you need to dominate. Like you have to dominate. You're coming in like my role, like you said, is somewhat similar but different at the same time than it was in college basketball. Like they played through me in college, but we had a lot of other talented guys. But overseas, like I also had a lot of talented. Teammates overseas, but at the same time, it's like my rookie year, they're playing straight through me. Like I was playing the 3-4, so I'm getting the ball they're playing straight through me. Like I'm expected to make sure I make plays. Like if I'm not getting 15, 16 points a game, like it doesn't matter. Like that means I played bad. Like that means
exactly.
There is the expectation from you is like crazy.
So I mean, we all. I mean, of course, you will accept the challenge, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, when you don't know the rules, I mean, you gotta. At least you want, some guys don't even get 3-4 games to adjust, So
right.
It's actually props to you for you to actually making it through that first season, especially after you just went through in college and all that. And now, Slovakia, you played 28 exactly. So then you went to Croatia.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Or how you end up there?
Well,
are they neighbor countries? I'm not sure. It's even.
They're not. Nah, they're not neighboring countries. They're close, but not really. It's like Croatia borders like Slovenia and Italy.
Okay.
But I ended up there like just another team that like I had a good year in Slovakia, but also I still had a lot to prove. Like I didn't shoot well from 3-point, so I wanted to go somewhere where I could prove that like when you playing that 3-4 position, like they want you shooting at least 35 to 40% from three. So it's like, all right, I only shot 30, so I'm like, all right, let me see if I can up that a little bit. Ended up going to Croatia. Team was called KK Skrijevo. I actually really love Croatia as well. Like it's a beautiful place. Like man, I had a house like right on the beach. Like it was really really nice. Basketball there is pretty competitive. Yeah, basketball there is pretty competitive too. Like they love their domestic players. The domestic players are really good as well.
Okay. And so how did that season go? Did you finish this? Did you play a full season there?
No, I couldn't play the full season. Like that's when I got hurt. So what happened was, I think I want to say in practice, I got hurt in practice one day. Like my foot just wasn't feeling right. I go to my trainer. I let him know. He's like, okay. He's giving me treatment. He's like, all right, just rest, and we'll see how you feel on game day. So I'm kind of doing that. So I'm resting, and then playing in games. So I barely practice. Like I wouldn't practice. I would literally just play in the games. And
Okay.
one day he looks at my foot. He's like, "It's not getting any better." I wake up, my foot is like purple,
Oh
and
shit.
I go and they're like, "All right, you think you can still try to play?" And me being naive, like I'm a type of guy who like I try to play through anything.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I love
Good.
playing. Like yeah, I love to compete. I love to play. Like I'll do anything to stay on the court.
Yeah.
So not listening to my body, I still go out there and keep playing. Um, and honestly, I'm not playing very well. Like I can't jump. I can't really move. They kind of sit me down. They're like, "All right, like how do you feel?" I'm like, "I'm not feeling very well. Like my foot isn't really cooperating right with
Purple.
me. Yeah, like it's purple. Like I really can't do anything." So they ended up switching up the whole team. Like they fired the coach. We got a new coach in the middle of the season, and then that coach said, "All right, if you can't play for me, like you can't be at full strength, like you might as well just go home." So I ended up coming home, and my trainer at home looked at my foot, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you have a torn ligament in your foot." So I'm like, I'm playing this whole season with a torn ligament, didn't even know.
Oh.
So now I had to sit out what is that, winter and spring trying to heal that. So it was very
Damn.
tough for me. Just
So
the
you
first
didn't.
first injury.
So they never actually had an MR in Croatia when the trainer was
So
checking out.
they took me to a doctor. They didn't get an MRI. They got a X-ray to see if anything was broken in my foot. So they because it was purple, so it was like, all
Yeah.
right, maybe something's broken. Nothing was broken.
Exactly.
So they're like, okay, maybe, they're thinking I sprained something or whatever the case may be. And they're like, all right, maybe you just need to keep resting and resting and resting. And they did say, all right, maybe you should sit out the game. But again, with me, I don't ever want to sit out. Like, I was like, what can I do to keep playing? So they're giving me all types of medicines and
Yeah.
like, all right, if you can feel good enough to run, like, you can play. I'm like, all right, I can run. I just can't jump, but I can run.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
So
looking back on it, I'm like, all right, maybe I should have just rested myself and maybe, sat out for a little while and then kept playing. But, you live and you learn.
yeah, but yeah, but at the end of the day, they kind of putting your career at risk, for
Yeah.
their own sakes, just so you can win them some games, or
Yeah.
whatever it is. But that's the game. That's the game. At the end of the day, when you are there, it's not like you're gonna. I mean, you will play. So
Right.
I mean, yeah, of course, maybe in the top league, then they might consider your health,
Right.
But no, leagues like that, no, they don't do that. Okay,
Yeah.
so exactly. So but then you came back. Hold on, let me just ask. So how's the off season for you after
Um,
that injury?
just a lot of rehab. Like, again, I
Yeah,
rehab. I felt really good. And then I got in the gym like all summer. Like I was just in the gym, working on my shot, working on how to get better. Just, really, I worked really hard that summer.
yeah. So
Um,
you're at least able to work out with your brother. I can imagine, right?
Oh yeah. I work out with him literally only. Like I only work out with him and his
Yeah.
trainers like that. Like so yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of competition between me and him for sure.
No, that's dope because exactly that's why I wonder sometimes like how guys. I mean, some Americans. I mean, it's more basketball in the states in general. But what do you do for the off season, like to prepare yourself for another gig overseas that you don't know
Yeah,
where you're going to end up?
right.
Like,
I mean, a lot of the training, like you said, you work out with your trainers, and then
yeah,
what I find the best for me is like actually just playing 5-on-5. So like you get we have a lot of pros in my area, like a lot of guys in my area.
yeah,
I'm sorry, we have a
yeah,
lot of guys overseas, a lot of NBA guys, and we all come home and we get in the gym and we play fives together. And I think that helps me the most. Like iron sharpens iron. That's how I believe. Like
yeah. Me too. That's.
yeah,
I mean, it's a great tip because you said that because some. At least I'm not gonna bash no trainers, but yo, it's a lot of stuff going on in
right,
when it comes to training right now, and
yeah,
that's not translating to the real game.
for sure,
So at the end of the day, 5-on-5 is this thing, man.
yeah,
At least if you're trying to play on high level, man. So, And exactly, so you get to actually go. That's the thing. At least when you go back, you actually get to play against basically better players than you actually
Yeah,
were playing.
man, like I mean, great.
Yeah,
Like these are like very high profile names in
yeah,
Europe. I have the luxury of getting in the gym with them every day, and a lot of these guys are older than me, so they're giving me pointers, letting me know like what I should see, how I should attack. Uh, it's very helpful, and I think that's what's helped
yeah.
me get better and better each year. Just sadly, every year I get better, every year I get injured now. Like it's kind of crazy.
No, but listen, I mean, I think that man, it's just I think you just be unlucky, man. Like,
Yeah, man, it is what it is.
yeah, creation. But now, shit. I mean, I guess it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes in the future. But I think you're gonna be out. I mean, you've been playing multiple sports though, so
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think it's about just your body gotta just get into used to it. So okay, then Georgian, that's when you actually torn your meniscus, right? And you
Yep.
played
I only played what 2 or 3 games there.
from what I can see, I think I was that's it 4 games.
Hmm.
Start off great,
Yeah.
to be honest. So started off real good, and oh damn, yeah, it was really looks like you actually got going, and then it happened.
Hmm.
The intro was it an in game or just you?
Yeah, actually, so the game that I played really well in, I think my second game I had like 29 points or 30 points, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Um,
I saw.
so my knee was hurting during that game. Like that whole week, my knee was hurting. Um, but it wasn't as bad, so I still played. But
Yeah,
after that game, my knee was just swollen. I mean, swollen like really bad. And I tell my management, and pretty much the same instance in Croatia. Like I tell my management, they like
yeah,
okay, they were like, well, if you can make it till FIBA break in November. So I think we only had 2 more games until FIBA
yeah.
break started. They were like, all right, if you can make it till then, we just need to win a couple games, and hopefully once we win some
You
games,
can
we can
rest.
FIBA break. They said, yeah, you can rest, and we'll get you an MRI and an X-ray and everything. So me again being naive, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll do it that way. And I played the next 2 games injured. And when I
Yeah,
say I can't move, like it was like night and day. Like that 30-point game, like you would think I was a whole different person from the next 2 games. I couldn't move, I couldn't jump, I couldn't do anything.
yeah.
And like when I'm telling them these things, they're like, okay, let's
You
get.
played minutes too, man. From what I can see, those next two
Oh yeah,
games.
my coach. I love my coach. My coach would play like that was probably one of the better coaches I had, just from a player
Okay,
standpoint. Players coach, and he loved me. I
okay.
think that was probably the best experience I had with a coach. Shout out Coach Bezos. Like that was a great guy. He definitely played me some major minutes, but he would tell me
Yeah,
like if you're hurting, like I'll sit you down. But again, I'm a competitor. I don't ever want to sit. I want to try to contribute as much as I can.
yeah,
So after those 2 games, we go into FIBA break. They get me a MRI, and they say, yeah. I'm thinking because in college I used to have to get my knee drained a lot because my knee
yeah.
would swell because I
Exactly.
had bad tendonitis. I had like a couple of cysts that would pop up here and there, so I would get my knee drained. So I'm thinking like it would be something like that. Find out they say, yeah, you did pop a Baker cyst in the back of your knee. That is causing swelling, but you also tore your meniscus and you fracture your patella, and you have to get cartilage repaired.
Oh,
And I was playing like that for 3 games.
2 games.
No, three, because it,
No,
it
3. Oh, yeah, exactly. Was in the middle
because
of
it
that
happened. It happened during the game that I did really
30-point
well
game.
in.
Yeah,
It was during that game that it happened, and but my adrenaline was up so much that I wasn't
yeah,
really paying
exactly.
attention to it. So yeah, they tell me that, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna be out for the rest of the season. So
Damn,
that
man.
was that.
That's no. So you being a little unlucky, especially
Yeah,
starting off the season that way, man. Yeah, like you started off
yeah,
the
for
right
sure.
way, man. I mean, 29-7 or something. I saw that. You look like you started off great, and then that
Yeah.
happened. So, but you're still young in your career. How was it? How did you experience? You say that the coach was the best coach you felt at least as a player coach you ever had. But how was it the league? Georgian is like a little different than
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
coaches.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a little different. I was in the I was into Tbilisi, which is the capital city. So like it was like very different. It was vastly different than every city because even in Sarajevo, like it was a beautiful place, but it was
Yeah.
still wasn't one of the bigger cities. Like being in Georgia, like I was in the capital, so like it was a lot going on. Like it was a real city. It felt more like home for sure. The
Okay.
basketball wise, it was a lot different. It
Yeah.
was probably the lowest league that I played in, and that's because I came off last year. The year prior, I came off an injury,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
I wanted to come back in a league where I felt like I could dominate, show teams I could dominate and play, and
Yeah.
hopefully move.
Get yourself back. Ready.
Yeah, and that league, like they had some good players. Like we had a couple good players. I know I had a couple national team players for my team, who were really talented, but it was definitely different. Like I'll say it was
Yeah.
different, just from the facilities to we're sharing locker rooms with different teams. Like I've never done that. Like
Ah, that's a regular thing over here, man. So.
yeah, so I never experienced that. Like I'm used to having my own locker room, my own this.
Yeah.
Like I'm sharing the gym. I think two or three teams like in our league, we all shared the same gym. Like we
Hold
played
up. In the same league.
in the same league. We
God.
shared
Okay.
the same.
That's
Yeah,
different.
we all played in the national team gym. So like the big.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So the arena was humongous. Like the arena was huge, but
Okay.
we shared it with other teams. And I'm like, wow, like it's a huge difference from what I was used to. But like I said, like the coaching and the team, like and the staff there, like the management, like I loved them. Like they were great to me. They treated me great. Like definitely, probably the best treatment I got in Europe was from that staff for sure.
Oh, that's actually crazy. Or actually good to hear at the same time.
Yeah,
So, by Georgia, that league is actually on its way up now.
yeah. They got a couple teams that's
So,
doing really well, and they're moving up. I think they got one or two FIBA Euro Cup teams, so they're doing a lot better.
yeah, exactly. And the national team had huge success, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. That shocked everybody. So,
Yeah. No, they got some good play. Like, don't get me wrong, they got some good players.
no.
Like, they have some good players. Coming like a lot of young guys who are really good.
So that's the thing with these leagues. That sometimes people think, I mean, you probably have more experience. I mean, not some experience with it. Some leagues may not have the biggest reputation or whatever you're gonna say, but it's still great players over there.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have some great players, and there is no, I mean, it's not many Americans or imports that are coming into these leagues that are scrubs.
Right.
So basketball is basketball at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
especially now, Europe now, I feel like it's competitive everywhere for sure.
Oh
It's
man,
Spain,
just with so many different, like you're saying, like the imports. I think it's so many more Americans who are having a greater appreciation for Europe. And then
exactly.
basketball in general in Europe is just increasing and increasing. So like the talent level is like crazy over there.
Yeah,
Then you have so many different NBA guys that's going from the NBA to Europe now. So
yeah,
now
that's
it's like a
exactly.
trickle down effect. So now we're bringing in NBA guys. So now a lot of the talented players that would have been maybe in Euro Cup or Champions League
Exactly.
now are a little bit lower because those NBA guys
Exactly.
pick those
I'm
spots.
coming in.
And now it's like it's so much talent in every single league that it's crazy.
Yeah, no, right now, no. It's gonna be. I mean, I think it's a reason why NBA trying to move to Europe right now.
Yeah, our NBA Europe is coming because man, like
No,
European players, they're hot right now. They're yeah,
they
very
are,
under.
they're, but still, I mean, they're sticking to basketball. So I feel like just not to get off topic, but listen, this analytics, whatever they call it nowadays, bro, it's kind of just messing up the NBA game
Oh
big
man,
time.
yeah,
So at the end of the day, basketball fans, basketball junkies, or at least basketball savants that really knows the game, bro. You start leaning and looking more at Europe or just the FIBA
yeah,
basketball in general because it's still authentic, if you could put it that way.
yeah,
NBA now is, bro, we gotta wait for the big matchups or the playoffs, right?
yeah.
So
It's a lot different. I mean, especially just with guys that they're even bringing into the NBA. Like in my opinion, there's a lot of guys who in Europe, a lot
yeah,
that can't are talented enough to be NBA players,
yeah,
but they might not fit the NBA frame.
system,
Like
yeah,
NBA,
exactly,
they're looking for guys, guys 6'6", 6'7" and up who can
exactly.
shoot threes and play defense. Like
Dunk,
like
exactly. Shoot
dunk, play
threes.
defense. Like that's it. Like a lot of
That's a
those undrafted
prototype now.
stars. Exactly, that's the prototype for the NBA. And if you don't meet that prototype, like it's hard to make. Even you might be talent. Like I mean, I can name
Yeah.
guys off the top of my head that are big time shot makers, big time players that deserve NBA contracts, but they just don't fit that prototype. And those are a lot of guys who are in Europe now, and they're killing
Yeah,
Europe.
exactly, and they're doing a thing. And now you even see a lot of some NBA players, bro. Now I think that the funny thing is now I just, for me at least, I thought about the other day. It's like the NBA first before it was kind of the NBA guys when they came to Europe, they were always a level better, like above everybody because
Yeah.
the league was so competitive. NBA in general.
Mhm.
But now it's like, yo,
Nah.
you gotta find your
It's,
way.
it's, it's different. It's
You
a
know?
different place. That like I was actually having this conversation with one of my friends. He's a coach
Yeah,
as well. I'm like, listen, like when those NBA guys have to transition into European basketball, like it's a different brand of basketball. It's different expectations. Like it's not just you getting
see
the
now,
ball and getting the pick and roll every play. Like that's not how European basketball is played. Like you have
no,
sets, and there's
exactly.
so much more talent than you actually realize in Europe. And
No,
those guys, those NBA guys, like that's why they come over here and they realize, like, hey,
hold
like
on.
this league is tough. Like, and then
Exactly,
the rules of like we can sit in the paint. So now you got 7 foot
exactly.
guys able to sit in the paint all game. Like it's the reason why
Yeah,
Kendrick Nunn is saying like, hey, like NBA defense isn't comparable to European
no,
defense.
no, not at all.
Like
Not
it's a big
facts.
difference. Yeah,
Not at all. And he's the
spacing.
best player in EuroLeague right now.
Right. And he's saying
So,
that like the spacing in Europe is different. Like everything is so different in Europe, and like it's hard to adjust off the fly, especially when you're coming from a game like NBA. Like the NBA game is so different.
it's gonna be interesting to see what I mean, something's got NBA got to tweet, bro. They got to figure something out real quick because at the end of the day, you can't fool basketball fans for too long. You know, what I'm saying, with the
Hmm.
entertainment. If I put it that way,
Yeah,
like
I
we just
mean,
said now. Now guys are
yeah,
coming over averaging 6 points. I see that I see now. So it's like
yeah,
that's not
yeah,
a
for
great
sure,
look for the NBA. So
for sure.
Nunnally's holding it down. He held it down for he made it
Yeah,
real
yeah,
difficult
yeah,
for
yeah.
him. Jabari and some guys.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
Cameron Reddish over there. Who else?
yeah, exactly. He's there
Brian
too.
Fire. Yeah, you got a lot of guys who Lonnie Walker. A lot of NBA
Yeah,
guys who are making
yeah.
those transitions. So it's crazy.
No, but okay, so that's dope. So okay, so your situation now before
Mhm.
we finish is being great, but exactly. So you're in your rehab process. I mean, you have your agencies talking to teams because when are you projected to be healthy?
Right now I think I'm pretty much healthy. Like I'm pretty healthy right
Okay,
now. I think I still get some swelling here and there, but for the most part I'm pretty healthy. Now it's just managing it and making sure that I can last the whole season.
yeah, for sure.
But I'm feeling pretty good. Like I've been moving well.
Yeah,
Like I said, I go to rehab every day. I train. I'm moving. I'm feeling pretty good. Now it's just
yes.
getting ready for this fever
No.
break, and my agency is telling me like around fever break, that's when we'll try to make a decision.
Okay, that's dope. How do you? Okay, this is for my younger audience. At least now I got some subscribers. So for our younger audience that is going to listen to the interview because the waiting game is a real game, bro. Like it's a real
Yeah, for
thing.
sure.
So how would you advise like a rookie that start basically trying to go overseas and he's basically stuck in a situation where he's just waiting for a gig, like. How do you approach it or just get through it?
My advice is just keep your head down and work. Like the work is like my brother always tell me like the work is gonna show, and your
Yeah,
opportunity is gonna come. So
yeah,
as long as you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready. So like my advice would be stay in the
for
gym,
sure.
stay humble, and your opportunity like you said before, like they cut guys every week. They cut guys
Yeah,
every month.
yeah,
Like eventually your time will come, but when that time comes, like are you gonna be ready? Or are you gonna be sitting there? Have you been cheating the work? Have you been cheating yourself? Like
yeah.
those are the
Exactly.
things like that'll show as well. So like it's very important to make sure you just keep your head down, you keep working, keep praying to God, and it'll work for you.
That's a great advice. No, because it's a thing. I mean, at least now I've been around a little bit, so you can tell who's actually stayed ready before they came
Right.
over, or who didn't, right? And
Right.
to say those that stay ready, bro, they may only need one practice just to get that jet lag off.
Right.
Then you go see, okay, yeah, that's the reason we got him. But
Right.
then you have these other guys that's gonna be, like, yo, man, I might need I need 3 weeks to get in shape,
Yeah. And
whatever.
they ain't giving you those 3 weeks. Like, nah, when you get
Exactly.
there, like, you might have 1 or 2 practices. After that, it's like, all right, let's play. Like, let's get it
Exactly.
done. So
I know some players that, yeah, exactly. I know some that got cut in the preseason, so it's
yeah,
a real deal. So
for sure.
nah, but listen, man, I really appreciate you for taking the time. It's been great. And to be honest, we gotta catch up in the middle of your gig sometime when
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
you are.
Yeah,
See
yeah,
how
yeah.
it goes,
Sure.
man. So now, man, listen, it's been great. You've been a great guest, and it was actually a really entertaining interview. I was looking forward
Appreciate you,
and
man.
lived up to all the expectations for sure. All
Appreciate it.
right.
Appreciate you having me on as well, man.
Yes, yes. I thank you very much. Hold on.